Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, repping the Bengals for the AFC Northerners. I've got a really busy work day, and I've got to actually work most of the weekend too with some deadlines on Monday. So if I don't get a preview video up now, I didn't think I was going to be able to get one up. So I'm doing one tonight before I go to sleep. So let's jump right into it. Quick review of the cuts. No real huge surprises. I had been pushing to keep Malone over Core. We cut them both. I'm fine with that. One of the things we're seeing is that Zach's really putting his own stamp on this team. This is not the same culture and locker room that we had before with Marvin Lewis. The best players are going to play regardless of whether they're rookies or not, and I love to see that. You know, Marvin, you make the roster, but then you didn't see the field for your first year. So Zach's definitely got a different attitude, and I'm really loving it. I was sad that Malik Jefferson didn't pan out. You know, he's got athletic skills, but the reputation he had in college, we attributed his low football IQ to the fact that his coordinators kept changing, but maybe that's just who he was. So that was sad. Also, I was surprised we flat out cut Westerman. I know he has issues, but I would have figured maybe we would have tried to get him on the practice squad or something. I mean, linemen, you know, we need him. AJ with his boot. He's still in the boot earlier in the week. I think it was earlier in the week I tweeted it. I had heard that this is obviously taking longer to heal than we anticipated. It's certainly the latter part of their estimate. We didn't put him on IR with a designation of return, so that means they think they can get him back without having him miss half the season. But I've heard that they want to bring him back in a home game, and it's not going to be week 2, so week 5 would be the logical point for him to be back. So that's where we're at there with AJ. But I feel okay. We've got a good stable of young receivers. You know, Auden Tate made the squad. Obviously, Damian Willis has been given the start, and John Ross is now practicing and is going to play this Sunday. So I'm comfortable with where we are receiver-wise. Would love to have AJ out there, but we don't want to rush him back. We all saw what rushing someone back with Durant in the NBA playoffs was. So I think everybody's going to be more cautious here. Troubles me that Glenn is still in concussion protocol. I know it's the tail end of concussion protocol, but it seems like he's been in concussion protocol for like 3 weeks. So I've heard that it's very unlikely he's going to see the field at all. If he does play, it would just be part of a rotation where he plays a handful of plays. I wouldn't be surprised if Glenn didn't play at all. That's a blow because that puts Andre Smith almost exclusively on Clowney. So the scheme is going to have to get the ball out of Dalton's hand quickly, but we'll get into that in a second. I'm going to give you 4 reasons why the game Sunday will be closer than the spread and all the talk you're hearing. Everybody, I think Florio just said, you know, we're going to get blown out 31-6 or something. Clearly, we're the biggest underdog on the card coming on Sunday. But I'm going to give you 4 reasons why we should hang and maybe even pull the upset. So, number 1, John Ross is returning to the lineup, okay? He played his college ball in Washington. You know, what a homecoming this would be to do this. And he's going to get playing time with AJ out. So he and Willis are going to be, platooning in there. Why not? Why not John Ross having a big return to Washington? You know he's going to have friends and family in the stands. So that's one reason. Second reason, Taylor's very familiar with Seattle. I mean, Seattle hasn't changed a whole lot from when the 2 years he was with the Rams. So they prepared for the team twice a year. He got Goff ready. This isn't a new one for him in terms of scheming and knowing his opponent. Okay. Number 3, and I know the history is irrelevant, but Andy's 2-0 against Seattle. Why not? I mean, he won his rookie season in Seattle, and then we all remember the overtime thriller at the Jungle. I think it was in 2015, so that's 2011, 2015. So Andy's 2-0 against him. Hey, why not? And the last one, and this is the biggest one, is no one has film on us. I have heard that we have given up 0%. I said 0% of our playbook. So Seattle doesn't know what to prepare for. They really don't. So that's a definite advantage, at least in the first few weeks, until people start seeing what we're going to do. So I think that there's 4 good reasons why this game could be close and 4 good reasons why we might even win the game. So you know, there you go. I'm going to give you some positive energy here before I go to sleep. We're going to learn a lot. We know that we're going to learn a lot about this team on Sunday. Obviously, there's concerns. Defense worries me. With the long drive we gave up to the Giants, that really troubled me, our ones. And our O-line, like I said, Andre Smith is going to be one-on-one with Clowney. We have to have a game plan that Andy's getting the ball out of his hands quickly. I mean, it's going to have to get out quickly. And we're going to have to scheme, and we're going to have to use the pass to set up the run. This team is not going to be able to go into Seattle and impose their will with the offensive line. That's not going to happen. So it's going to have to be, I don't want to say gimmick plays, but we're going to have to scheme, and we're going to have to set up the run with the pass. We can run the ball, but that's how it's going to have to be. We're not going to be able to just force it down their throats. So I'm going to give you a prediction. I think it's going to be a close one. I think the Bengals win 27-24. And I'm really, really hoping. We don't have to win this game, but we cannot go into Seattle and lay an egg. So if you want to show that that the culture's changed, we have to show up. Surprise everybody this game. I'd love to pull the upset. I'm predicting it. It's a homer. It's week 1. But the most important thing is that we go there and we're competitive, and we give a fight. So we're going to see what we're made of. I'm really excited. I have no idea what our offense is going to look like, and I have no idea what our defense is going to look like. We have 11 linemen on the roster and only 4 linebackers. So it's going to be real interesting to see, how everything plays out. So I'm looking forward to it. I will get up a recap video right after the game, or as close as I can afterwards. And with that, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the Boise State game tomorrow night. There's a good slate of games on college on Saturday. And hoo-day, everybody. Let's look forward to week 1. Take care.